Welcome back guys, FIFA Fita here, and again like last week, we're going to be talking about the latest new soccer updates going around the world, so let's get straight to it, come on. Oh, Premier League, how we have missed you. A lot has happened since you've been back, so why don't we discuss that right now. Let's get straight to it. Number 1, injuries. Arsenal have picked up 3 injuries in the past 2 games that they've played. Not to mention, Aguero also picked up an injury today in their match against Burnley. A lot has been going on with these athletes, who can blame them? They haven't been to their full potential in a while, so let's cut them some slack. They've been picking up muscle injuries, so it's nothing too major that we should all be worried about, so let's keep that on the bright side. But speaking of returns, Pogba finally came back after months of inactivity due to an injury, and even gave a magnificent pass, so that's some good news. But now moving on to Liverpool. Because they tied 0-0 against Everton, they're going to have to wait a little longer before they clinch that Premier League title. Keep your hopes up. I don't think that title is going to any other team. All the math is pretty much done, so keep going at it. Also, let's not forget to mention that Timo Werner finally joined Chelsea, and he's going to be joining Ziyech this summer, so that's going to be an interesting option up top. I mean, they have Giroud, they have Tammy Abraham, so let's see who's going to get the most minutes. And lastly in the Premier League, Arsenal. Oh, Arsenal. They've lost their 2 games since the return, picked up the injuries, even got a red card, and their starting goalie is out due to injury as well. I don't know if that's one of the worst returns that we've seen in a while, but I think it's definitely up there. Also, not to mention the tragedy that happened to them against Brighton in the 95th minute when they got scored on, which resulted in a loss. But it's okay. I mean, you can still make it to the Champions League, or most likely the Europa League. But speaking of tragedies, Barcelona, they thought they had this in the bag, but Madrid kind of came up and stole that from them. Anyways, Barcelona and Sevilla tied 0-0 the other day, and it kind of put a stop to Barca in that title race. And not to mention that Real Madrid won 2-1 against Real Sociedad, where Sergio Ramos scored a penalty, and Karim Benzema scored a somewhat controversial goal with his shoulder, which a lot of people thought it was a handball. At the end of the day, the VAR let it pass by, and they won the game, so the controversy doesn't really play a role in this. And now, Real Madrid are in first place due to a goal difference. So let's wait to see how that plays out at the end, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be going back and forth, back and forth. But staying on topic of Real Madrid, after 246 days, James Rodriguez finally came back as a starter for Real Madrid. Pretty exciting to see since he was a prospect of the 2014 World Cup, but he kind of went down after his transfer to Bayern and then he came back to Madrid. But let's see what the future holds for him. He's still young, he can still make an impact in the world of soccer, so keep it going, James. And now moving on to the Serie A and kind of La Liga. It's said that Pjanic and Arthur are doing a little swap deal between Juventus and Barcelona. It's going to be an interesting move if it actually plays out. Both midfielders have a lot to offer, but each have their own qualities, so let's see if they fit into the teams that they're going to go to, if it goes through. And also, Ronaldo is back to his old ways. He scored his first goal since the lockdown, and guess what it was? Boom, boom, boom. I think you guessed it, penalty. But let's not forget that Ronaldo is one of the best penalty takers at the moment, so it's not really a surprise. And lastly, after 3 months, PSG are back to training and what looks like preparation for the Champions League, which is set to return in August. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. If you did like what you see, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment what you guys want to see and what I can improve on, because I'm barely starting, but you guys are going to help me build my way up. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys.